Guys, there was a video I actually was really interested in looking at. Something quite interesting, to say the least. Leveling in classic WoW using ChatGPT. So apparently this guy, I think, has like used a like the ChatGPT to like actually make a leveling guide or something like that.
So I've played what I would say is a decent amount of World of Warcraft. I started playing back in
Okay, I saw that was a lot of characters, Jesus.
Mr. Pandaria, which happens to be my favourite expansion.
Okay.
Yeah, so what? Fight me. However, I played a lot back before this as well, using an ungodly amount of trial accounts. Back when you could buy a stack of trial codes for £1.50, and you had 14 days to play as far as you could. Although, even though I did play back in TBC and Wrath, I never really got that far. Usually I was playing an undead of sorts, and getting to level 20 before my trial would run out.
Dude.
Which to me has always been something nagging in the back of my head. I've never completed the classic leveling experience and hit 60. I don't know.
Gasp! Dude, that is the best leveling experience you can, and you haven't done that yet? Oh my gosh, okay.
Why? But that makes me feel like I haven't experienced true WoW leveling.
Yeah.
Thanks to Classic Service, however, I now have a chance to finally take some time and revisit my introduction to World of Warcraft and sink in the necessary amount of time to hit 60 in vanilla.
Is this how people see like classic gamers? Whenever you start talking about classic WoW, this is like the first depiction that people get. They're like, oh man, some like, you know, fat neckbeard sitting there like it was scrounged over, maybe some Dorito bags off his chest and stuff like that. Dude, listen, man. Some classic WoW gamers are hecking in shape, guys, okay? The thing is, guys, you have to be in a peak performance shape to like play classic WoW at the highest level, okay?
Hit 60 in vanilla. But every time I've played on these classic servers, I just get so lost on what I need to do. It's not like the modern leveling experience at all, obviously. So what does everyone else do?
That's so interesting for me. Because like for me, it's the opposite. I have issues like leveling in retail, and then in classic, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what to do. It's so interesting seeing a completely different perspective on that.
Well, I know a lot of people use tailored leveling guides. Just put in your race and class, and it tells you everything you need to know about the best path for you to take.
Okay.
Seems decent enough, but these services often require you to pay, either a subscription or a one-off fee. And I'm a broke uni student, so there's no chance of that happening. But wait a minute, we're in the age of AI. Maybe I could just use it to level me through WoW.
Wait, what? Okay.
No, not using one of those Chinese AI bots.
Yeah,
I'm talking about chatbots like ChatGPT. I'll just ask it to make me a free...
Wow, I'm really enjoying the leveling.
Tailored leveling guide for conflict. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these state-of-the-art AI tools to completely tailor my experience for leveling in WoW. I'm going to ask it for a leveling guide, a talent tree build, even the professions I should take.
This is literally something I have considered doing, man. Like... It would be really, because like the whole ChatGPT thing is so hyped lately and everything like that. It would be interesting to see like how it, like the AI would make a leveling guide, and if it would actually be like a good guide, and if it would even work, right? Because it probably could make it really, really well.
ChatGPT has all the best suggestions for this.
It's interesting. Leveling in WoW only using AI recommendations.
Okay, so first let's use ChatGPT to generate our leveling guide. I've settled on making an Orc Warrior for this run, so I'll just ask it to make a leveling guide for Orc Warrior in classic World of Warcraft.
Dude, that is crazy.
Okay,
what?
Let's just take a quick glance here. Okay.
Wait, hold on. So start by completing all the quests in Durotar. These quests will help you level up quickly and also teach you the basic gameplay mechanics of World of Warcraft. Once you complete all the quests in Durotar, head to the nearby Valley of Trials and complete all the quests there. Head to the nearby Valley of Trials. That doesn't make any sense, because Valley of Trials is the starting zone. At level 5... train your new skills and upgrade your abilities at the nearby Orcish outpost. They will help you fight more efficiently and effectively. Okay, you continue to level up by killing enemies in the surrounding areas until you reach level 10. The guide literally wants you to grind. Dude, this is a pure vanilla like experience, man. It just wants you to start grinding mobs, man. Head to the Barrens and complete all the quests there. The Barrens is a great zone for leveling, and all the quests there are relatively easy to complete. Dude, for a completely new player in World of Warcraft, when you go from Durotar to Barrens, it's a big step up in difficulty. What? At level 15, you can start running dungeons like Ragefire Chasm or Wailing Caverns for great experience and valuable loot drops. Make sure to form groups with other players for these dungeons. You can't... ChatGPT, you cannot do that at... Dude, Ragefire... Wailing Caverns at 15. Continue to level up in the Barrens until you reach level 20. These zones should provide plenty of quests and enemies to level up quickly. That's true. Head back to Orgrimmar and train new skills. Make sure to purchase new abilities and upgrade existing ones to make your character stronger. Actually, you can get abilities every 2 levels, so like 10, 12, 14, 16, and so. There's no new abilities at in between. Wait, what are those? I don't remember the word for that. The numbers that are not even. Odd. Yeah, no odd levels have weapons or like skills. Sorry. All right, let's continue.
The guide has gotten itself confused. It says that we should start doing quests in Durotar.
Yeah, that's what we went over.
Move to the Valley of Trials. For the sake of helping the AI a little, I'm just going to switch these two around because, let's be honest, it makes the most sense.
It does.
At level 5, we can train new abilities at the nearby Orcish outpost, then continue until I reach level 10. Okay, sounds good. Let the adventures of Bog begin.
Bog. I like that name. Little Bog.
So the starting area is obviously very easy. Nothing really different about this with the AI. So we'll just...
I like that he has a dance macro. That's just the one thing that stood out to me right now.
Whip through and get these quests done. A couple of dead boars here, a few dead scorpions there. Job done. Even still, when we head out into Durotar, it's still very much the normal beginning leveling experience. Although, sweet Jesus, does it ever slow down once you get past the Valley of Trials? Something you may also...
He says it slows down after Valley of Trials. My man would quit when he reaches the level 40 grind, dude. That's when everybody just all the casual classic players, they're done. When they get like mid 40s, that's where the grind really begins.
Notice in this video is the times that I play jump around quite a lot. I often play in 2-hour stints between some uni work, and that's mostly down to
why did he get banned?
Sanity. Playing low-level classic stuff really does get to be a slug at some point, but nonetheless, I get to level 5 and reach the first warrior trainer. Here I get a few new abilities, repair my gear, and move further along in the quest lines. Again, still very much the normal leveling experience so far, other than me being completely garbage and dying an unnecessary amount of times to these freaking harpies.
Luckily it's not hardcore.
Level 10.
Damn! Dude, I like that little thing, that was cool, okay.
With level 10 we unlock talents, and according to the guide, it's the end of our time in Durotar. Now I could look up the most viable talent tree for me on sites like Icy Veins or Wowhead, but I also have access to the AI. So let's ask it what I should use. Well, if this is the build that the AI recommends...
Wait, hold on. What does it recommend?
The AI...
For helvete. Sorry about that, chat.
I also have access to the AI, so let's ask it what I should use. Well...
And as an Orc Warrior in World of Warcraft Classic, there are several viable PvE talent builds that you can choose from depending on your playstyle and the content you want to focus on. Here is a possible talent build that you could use as a starting point. Improved Heroic Strike, Deflection, Rend, Charge, Tactical Mastery, Anger Management. Oh my god, what is this spec, dude? Oh my god, the spec is not good. What is this atrocity? It literally just took every single point it could. So it wants you to... Oh my god, there's no way, right? Improved Heroic Strike, 5? You can't even do that! That's not even possible. And then he wants to go Deflection, and then 2 out of 2 Rend, but you can get 3. And then Tactical Mastery, only 2 in Tactical Mastery. Anger Management, we can't even get that yet. What is it? It literally made its own talent... It made its own talent build. Like, these talents don't even exist. Yeah, I mean, it might be Wrath of the Lich King or something like that. It definitely might be.
The AI recommends, then let's use it. Before we head to the Barrens, I'll head into Orgrimmar, visit the trainer one more time, and get some new abilities.
AI, I mean, you know what? It's like a thingamajig, right?
Ones. While I'm in Orgrimmar, I'm also going to see what the AI recommends for professions.
Okay.
Blacksmithing and mining. I mean, that's what I've...
Blacksmithing and mining? Engineering being a viable alternative if the player has the resources to level it up. Bro, blacksmithing takes like way more resources than engineering. Blacksmithing is actually the worst in terms of resources you need to level it. It is the worst by far. It is so hard to level blacksmithing, man. It's not hard, it takes a lot of time.
Chosen on my own, so it seems like a good idea. Right,
okay.
So the guide is now sending us to the Barrens. Let's see what it has to say. The Barrens is a great zone for leveling up, and the quests here are relatively easy to complete.
Relatively easy.
So for the first few quests, it's a lot of killing. Like,
I like this.
Genuinely a mass genocide of the Barrens.
I think what I like about this is that he's genuinely a new classic WoW player. I think that's what makes this really, really funny to see, because it's not like somebody who's like really used to classic. It's like a genuine fresh experience, which makes it even better.
Backs, plane striders, zebras, you name it, I'm probably gonna kill it. Problem is though, I feel like the guide has sent me here a little early.
Yeah, it
These
has.
mobs hit hard for my current level, so it sometimes takes smart pulling and one-on-one combat. One cool thing that happened pretty early was the absolute G that just trades me
the streamer experience, guys. There it is.
Huge upgrade for my weapon. But even with this upgrade, I died way too many times for this quest. Like, I don't even think I can blame this on the guide. I think I just suck. With the way these quests are structured, I had a lot of hopping around between the crossroads, Ratchet, and the northern part of the Barrens. Always doing like one quest and spending 15 minutes walking from area to area. It was long. Also, the graveyard for the Barrens can actually die in a fire. Yes, it's in a central position, but running back to somewhere that's like 1,500 miles away just kills my energy. Again,
it is all about the journey. You can tell this guy is not a classic enjoyer, man, okay? Because classic is literally all running. It's running and it's grinding and it's like, it's constant. But I like it, man. I think it's cool. I think personally it makes it feel like you're actually in a world. Because it takes time. And that's the essence of MMOs in my opinion, right? It is a big time investment.
Again, another big reason for my 2-hour stints. After some time in the Barrens, I enlisted the help of a friend of mine who was also leveling a character. With someone else by my side,
that's cool.
Questing became a lot more bearable for this beginning stuff. We smashed out a lot of the quests and got me some much needed XP. We even blitzed a couple of quests that were decently higher level than we were. After this side-by-side leveling, I managed to hit level 13 and got some decent upgrades. But unfortunately, I was still on a schedule that didn't quite match up with his, so...
Hey, yo! But did he find himself a... Okay.
I had to go it alone again. Eventually, I hit level 15, and according to the guide, I can now start looking for dungeon groups. I started by seeing if there are any Ragefire Chasm groups going, but again, due to my completely broken schedule, it was rare to see anyone online.
Oh yeah, maybe he's playing on like a completely different time than others.
Alone enough for a dungeon. So I continued questing in the meantime, waiting for a more likely time where I would get a group together. Then in another one of my sessions, I finally hit 16.
Damn!
And I was on a more sensible time, so maybe I could get a group for Wailing Caverns together. I sat outside messaging the Zone and LFG chat looking for anyone who needed to run it too, when suddenly a Tauren appears almost out of nowhere and asks if anyone's looking to run it too. I whisper and set up the group, so now we can start looking for our remaining members.
This is cool, man. Like, I don't know, meeting people and like talking to them and creating groups together, that's really like a cool part of like of WoW, right? And I don't really know why this warrior is doing RFC at level 19, but you know, all power to you, man. What's up, Nana?
Wait just a little bit longer and another rando just spawns out of nowhere and once
I thought he said he was doing RFC. Wait, am I going crazy? No, he said, guys, anyone for RFC.
When suddenly a Tauren appears.
Or Wailing Caverns. Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Almost out of nowhere.
I didn't see that.
If anyone's looking to run it too. I whisper and set up the
doing Wailing Caverns at 16. Okay.
Group. So now we can start looking for our remaining members. We wait just a little bit longer and another rando just spawns out of nowhere and wants in on our group, which is really handy. Finally, we have a group. And we begin to make our way down to the entrance. The group comp is alright, but I have a feeling some of these players haven't played Classic before, judging by some of the questions they had pre-dungeon. But
you haven't played Classic before. Doesn't you fit in? That's good. Fresh experience together.
I'm not fussed. I'd rather have a group than just sitting outside waiting for someone specific.
Yeah,
anyway, we fought our way through, killing a rare just before the entrance, and then heading in. Now, our first
dude, that rare is actually very rare. It's so seldom you see that mob.
Almost immediately as we set foot inside the dungeon, one of our DPS decides he has to leave. Okay, so we decide to take a break.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry guys, I must go. Okay. That's all he said.
He has to leave. Okay, so we decide to take a break.
And I'm down to run back. I need some arrows as well. Dude, this is truly the classic WoW experience, man. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, I die and sit outside the dungeon looking for a replacement. But in that time we're looking for another, we lose another one. God's sake! Luckily, we found our replacements almost as soon as that second person leaves. So screw it, we're good. So I res down by the entrance while the replacements and the others fight their way down. So we eventually get back into the dungeon and it starts absolutely fine. We make some good pulls, everyone's being smart, it's all great. That is...
That should be good.
Hey there.
Trasmaster Rihi, thank you for the 8 months. Yeah, it was all great, right until Epic Sax guy DC'd and Honk died. That is actually the classic WoW experience, man.
Until 15 minutes into the dungeon, someone DCs. We give them some time, but it looks like they're not coming back anytime soon. So it's at this point I just call it. I've wasted pretty much 2 hours of my time.
Oh god.
So I just hearth out and call it for the day.
Yeah, it happens.
Later on that evening, I logged back in and wrapped up some quests I had left over
this is a hard
before
quest.
I started the dungeon. Once I handed these in, I started looking for another Wailing Caverns group. This time I actually...
Hey, he got some shoulders now though. He looks really, really badass.
They're pretty quick. The one slight issue was that our healer only spoke German, but they did come as a pair with the tank, and thankfully they spoke English, acting as a translator. We get the group together and make our way back down to the entrance, this time doing it much quicker, and then we enter the dungeon. This time the group was stellar. Decent pulls, good damage,
good stuff.
And a decent healer, despite the language barrier.
They have 3 warriors and a druid, and then a healer. What do you mean decent group? You are like 3 warriors and a feral tank. This is like the most smorg group I've ever seen in my life. But I mean, if it works, it works, you know? Yeah, the druid is in bear form as well.
I mean, moving through the dungeon might have been a little slow at times, but I'd rather get this done right.
That's the suck.
There are a couple of times where we had some unlucky pulls and we lose the tank, but I think having 3 warriors as a DPS kinda helped us stay alive when this happened. The longest...
What? No, you're doing no damage, man.
Part of this dungeon was obviously running the caverns.
Listen, man, the reason why you're dying in the first place is because you have 3 warriors, man. Oh my gosh.
It's an hour and a half. But again, we did it right. Minimal damage to the group and no wipes.
Faces to please.
But we got it done and I'm happy. The second half of this dungeon was obviously much quicker, only taking about 25 minutes. Then doing the final Murloc boss, taking my total time in the dungeon to just about 2 hours.
And the chest piece?
One problem. I had completed all the quests, but one. The Deviate hides. I only needed 1 more hide. I tried to get it on the way out, but everyone else decided to half back, so there was no chance of getting it then. No,
you can kill it, man. You're level 19, you're a Giga Chat orc. Just kill a little mob and you're good to go.
I halved out, I handed in the completed quests, hoping it would tick me over to 20, but no such luck. I'd need that XP from that quest. So I waited outside Wailing Caverns for a group to head down, just so I could snipe some of the elites, and I finally got it. I may have completely forgot to hit record for this, but look, I did it, you can see that. Handing in this quest had me so close to 20, I could almost taste it. I would just need to finish some quests in the south for me to finally hit it. I
do wonder if he's going to show his slash blade. I am quite intrigued to see how long it took, right?
Found another group of players doing the same quest I was, so I tagged along, got the kills, and finally handed in that final quest.
Level 20. Congrats.
Levels 1 to 20, dictated by the AI. It was a slog, but I've done it. The first step on my journey.
Okay, so how fast is he 1 to 20? I think, like, if you're really, really fast, if you're genuinely like a speed leveling god gamer, you can probably do 1 to 20. And I'm talking like really fast speed levelers, like probably like 7-ish hours, right? People that are super fast, 6-7 hours for really, really fast people. If you're like above average, you're like pretty good at leveling, 9-10 hours. If you're like pretty decent at leveling. I'm talking Tommy Salami. Tommy Salami speed, there are people that can do 1 to 20 in like actually 7 hours. No meme, like 6-7 hours. But average, I don't know, like between 10 and 20 hours probably. Right? It really depends. I would say average is probably somewhere in between 10 and 20 hours. Something like that. But we'll see what he does.
Journey to 60. This journey took me a total of 23 hours, 18 minutes, and 56 seconds. Trust me, I know that's slow. And sure, I could probably blame some of that on the AI's direction, but let's be honest, I'm not that good of a player either.
Jesus.
I will say as well, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of my mates and an absolutely fantastic community for WoW Classic. Everyone who I came across while leveling was nothing but helpful, friendly, and just a joy to chat to while we waited for mobs or did quests together.
That's good. He hasn't reached STV yet, guys, so that's a nice thing. You know, that's positive. Thank you for the 500, Cosmonathi.
Remember that you can frame skip on vids by using and Guzu love.
Like comma? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Thank you for the 500 bits, and Luman, thank you as well.
Do you think that 4 demonic runes will be enough to end my misery?
Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ.
That communication and community feeling is something almost completely missing from retail WoW. And it's such a shame, because that's one of the reasons I actually started playing WoW back in the day.
Okay.
I found it so cool I could make friends and chat to people who played the same game I did.
That's what it's
now,
about.
In retail, it's just about progression, no chit-chat, no friendliness, and just sometimes outright abuse. The audience...
I think that's why a lot of people are really drawn to Classic, because of that level, the experience of an MMO where you're like in a world, you're interacting with players, and you're running around. Yes, it may take a really, really long time, but at the end of the day, that's what MMOs do. They take a lot of time because it's an investment, right? But it's cool that he got that experience playing like this, actually.
Between these two instances are miles apart. But
yeah,
enough about that. Let's talk AI. Has it made good suggestions? Is it better than the free options out there? Well...
It was very vague. Like, the suggestions that it gave, like, the talents were wrong, not even, like, vanilla talents. And it was just like, oh, just do the quest in the starting zone, right? It wasn't really a guide, per se.
I have to say, as it stands, it's just okay. The suggestions around talent tree builds and professions have been great. I've had no problem.
No, they weren't. The talents weren't even right. It was not even vanilla talents. It was like for a different expansion.
Problems with that. But when it came to telling me where to go, it's a little...
Yeah, it was vague. It was
I
vague.
obviously had to correct it at the start. And if I personally chose where I leveled, I would have stuck around Durotard just a little longer to hit 11 or 12, just to give me an edge in the Barrens. But other than that, I'll have to judge it once I'm completely done leveling.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of which, where does the guy tell us to go now? Looks like my next foray will be into the forests of Ashenvale.
Damn! I actually really like this video. This was a really, really, really cool video. I have thought about doing like a very similar thing as well myself, like where I tried to like do like actually the exact same thing, like chat GPT and then like have it tell me where to go. The thing that I thought was really cool about this video though is that his experience is kind of that of a fresh vanilla player. And the voiceover, the way that he was talking over the video, made it very, very enjoyable to watch as well. So actually, really, really amazing video. That was super interesting to watch, actually, guys. I've tried generating some ChatGPT talent builds before, and with a little guidance, the AI actually does get there. Nice to see some actually getting out the AI stuff and using the actual journey talents. I think you have to give it a lot of prompts, right? Like a lot of prompts for it to make like good talents and good things like that, right? But yeah, good video, man. Really, really good video. I'll toss him a little abonner and a sub to him there, guys. I will link it in the chat.